Good morning, home buyers. Good morning, home sellers. I'm Joseph Hogan, sales broker with Keller Williams, Silicon Valley. And today we have a very special market report. We're going to take a look at two recent sales that were very close to each other and closed pretty close to each other. And we're going to take a look at the decisions and procedures the sellers and their listing agents followed and give you a chance to, have your comments or thoughts on that. And then at the end, we'll guess what you think the final sales price was. So to get the most out of this video, it would help to have something to write with and a pad to jot some notes on. You might want to make a note about what's the average sales price in the neighborhood, what the average square feet in the neighborhood is, what this home's square feet is, what that home's square feet is, and other things you may really like or may really dislike. Now let's move on. Here's property A. Property A sold on June 4th, 2021. The square feet was 1,758 square feet. The lot size was 6,506 square feet. Property B. Property B sold on June 14th, 2021. The living space was 1,666 square feet, and the lot size was a little larger at 7,361 square feet. This is the neighborhood where I pull most of my market reports from and what we're going to be talking about today. Here in the center is Country Lane School. I generally make a market report for what I call Country Lane neighborhood, which is bordered by Doyle Road, Saratoga Avenue, Graves Avenue, Lawrence Expressway. And there's Country Lane Elementary School. And the two homes we're going to talk about are located in this neighborhood down here. This is the market update I post every Friday on Facebook and other social media. We're not going to talk about this too much today. I'll just point out the highlights. This will be the subject of next Thursday's video. Here are conditions that pertain to both of these sellers. The real estate market was in its 15th month of operating under pandemic protocols. That meant homes were shown by appointment only. Virtual tours and internet websites and pictures replaced open houses as being the first time you got exposed to a property. The market was red hot. Average days on market was under 10 days for several months running. Homes were selling 10% above list price. Multiple offers were very common. Average sales price for 2021 in this neighborhood was $2,150,000. The average square feet for homes in this neighborhood was 1,785 square feet. Property A and property B are 0.3 of a mile apart. Property A and property B closed escrow 10 days apart. Look at the photos of the homes. Oh, let's stop for a second. Remember when you went to the store and the salesman person said, now with your hot new, very pricey cell phone camera, you can take professional photos. You cannot take professional photos. Here's the first picture in property A. It's not bad. Very nice mixture of the landscaping and the property. About as good as it gets. Here's property B, and I don't like this picture as much. What I'm mostly seeing are bushes and shrubs and landscaping, and bushes which make it look like this home you're asking me to spend around $2 million for is fairly tiny. And again, the angle of the camera and the slope of the roof, and you're asking of me to spend big bucks, and you're telling me it's this teeny tiny house. Not a very good first impression. Here's more pictures of property A. Again, it's not a professional photo by any means. All it is a picture of the ceiling, essentially. Not very well staged, no real oomph to the picture. Here's more of property A, and you can see my buyer's getting quite a lot of anxiety from the closed in, low ceiling, squish picture. Not a very appealing second shot at all. Here's some more pictures of property A. On the left, what do we see? More cages, essentially, squeezed in walls, low ceilings, whole lot of ceiling in the picture. Property A, we see the kitchen and what has to be, in my opinion, the ugliest kitchen table I've ever seen. Let's go look at property B. This is the second picture. First interior picture, second picture for property B. And so the colors are much better. Yeah, there's a ceiling in the picture, a little bit, a balanced amount. Overall, though, I do not like this picture, even though the colors are very tasteful, everything looks very nice. To me, both the home and the picture are overstaged. It's giving the impression that, once again, two pictures in a row now, this is a teeny tiny house. You're going to sort of have to turn sideways and duck walk to get through the tiny little rooms in this house. Not a good impression for the picture to give. Here's some more pictures of property B. I don't like the really dark table and chairs in this picture. It makes it look like, hey, after you buy this house, the furniture you brought over from the old neighborhood or the old property is going to look really out of place. On the right is a picture of the kitchen. It's not the most up-to-date kitchen, but it's getting there. It's worlds better than the other. In fact, let's give a fair test. Let's look at property A, kitchen A and kitchen B side by side. Kitchen A, again, featuring that table bolted to the floor with a steel bar that I really dislike. Kitchen B now looks worlds better compared to that. Oh no, remember that buyer with the anxiety that I left in property A? Let's give her a place to relax. Here's the final picture we'll look at in this video. I promise. This is my favorite picture of the 10. You guess why? The reason I like this picture is because you, the viewer, you, the buyer, complete the story. I'm going to come home from a hard day in Silicon Valley, pull that chair back, the dog's going to be at my feet, the paper's going to be on the table, the whole drink is going to be in my hand, and I'm just going to unwind and relax for 45 minutes. In other words, this picture is open. There are some features, but you complete the story. As you're telling that story to yourself, you're getting more involved in the property. Maybe you want to go see it in person. Maybe you want to write an offer on it now. A very good shot for property B. Now let's compare the details and remarks of the homes. Property A was on the MLS for 3 days. It closed escrow in 14 days. Means that you generally means you got an all-cash buyer in that situation. It's listed by a brokerage whose marketing emphasizes how much money you will save by using them. Property B was on the MLS for 6 days. It closed escrow in 25 days, listed and sold by the same brokerage. That's generally not the path to get the most money for your home. Property A's dialogue. This is the private comments to the agents. Do not touch anything. Do not sit on furniture. Agents, please control your clients and respect the home and safety rules. Car form PV must be signed before showing. All entrances are responsible for providing their own PPE. Follow all rules and regulations by the state, county, NAR, CAR, and SCORE. Buyers to verify all the information. Ouch, just showing a little bit of interest in that property makes me feel like I got hit over the head. Property B, the dialogue to the agents from property B. Please contact listing agent for appointment to show. Text name and company and desired date and time to show. She'll get back to you timely. This home is immaculate. Price, typo on the MLS, price of ownership and beautifully staged. Showings must comply with COVID showing protocol. Offer date will be determined after adequate market exposure. Please submit offers via Disclosure.io. You know what? When I'm working with $2 million price range buyers, I kind of like the dialogue to maybe include a please. Even when you're requesting something, to use soothing terms, open terms. The only thing I don't like is offer date will be determined after blah blah blah. Okay, that makes me feel like, oh, maybe the seller or the seller's agent is playing some games. Maybe my buyer won't get a fair shake. If I've got choices, I may go to show another property instead of that. Otherwise, a very, very good dialogue, very good words. So now it's your turn to participate in this video. What is your best guess as to how these two homes did? Here's a quick reminder. Average sales price for this Country Lane neighborhood in 2021, $2,150,000. The average square feet for these homes was 1,785 square feet. What is your best guess as to the sales price for property A? And take your best guess what you think the sales price is for property B. Property A sales price was $1,650,000. Property B, the sales price was $2,300,000. It's early in the morning. I'll do the math for you. That's a difference of $650,000 that the smaller home outsold the larger home by. It's my firm belief that if that seller had had a 45-minute conversation with me and signed up for somewhere between a 21 and 45-day equity loan of about $75,000, they could have netted $500,000 more from the sales. To me, that is life-changing money. If you've got comments, remarks, or questions about this video or any other real estate issue, call me, Joseph Colgan, sales broker, Keller Williams, at 408-898-0186. Thank you. I'll see you next Thursday.